It is so scary telling someone you like them. It is frightening. And I totally get that. But in order to meet people, in order to live in a world where you're with your best choice and not your only choice, you need to train for, I call it the sport of taking risks. This means when you see someone, instead of seeing an opportunity to get rejected and to be humiliated and to be disappointed, you see an opportunity to get to know someone. You see an opportunity to explore if someone's as interesting as they are attractive. You see an opportunity to possibly connect with someone in a way that could make your life better, make their life better. It's an entirely different way of approaching risk-taking. Now, the problem is so many of you are so programmed that if you take a risk and someone rejects you, there's something wrong. And I want you to understand, there is a law of nature. It's called the law of rejection. And the law of rejection says you can be the most attractive, the most interesting, say everything right, do everything right, but you will not always get the outcome you desire. Do you get this? So you could be like the hottest, most attractive person in the world, and you will not always get the outcome you want. On the other hand, you might be someone who doesn't feel so great about yourself. And that makes you afraid to take a risk because someone's just going to reflect the things that scare you and upset you about yourself the most. So what you need to do is stop rejecting yourself, and you need to train. You need to train to take risks. You need to practice. And the way to do this is to look in the mirror and to acknowledge the things you don't love and say to yourself, I'm going to change these things. And the things that you can't change, you embrace. And then you embrace the law of rejection. And you give people permission to respond however they're going to respond. You got this? And if someone doesn't respond the way you want, instead of being angry or upset, you're going to be curious. Because really, why would anyone not be interested in you? I mean, that's not what you say, but it's that mindset of being curious. And when you're curious, and this is so important too, and do not require people to like you. No one is required to give you what you want. Nobody owes you anything. And when you can walk through life without anyone owing you anything, and you can be curious and interested in getting to know people, and you can get comfortable with rejection, and you love yourself, it's not such a risk, because if someone doesn't give you what you want, or respond the way you want, you move on. And you always have love in your life because you love you.